na sana po ay maging masaya po kami ngayon sa pagdiriwang po ng class debate 27 po. Salamat din po sa lahat ng blessing na binigay niyo po sa amin. Yun lamang po maraming salamat. Salamat po sa ating sa amin.
Amen. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Alright. I want to introduce our participants for our debate today. Obviously, we have two groups. Personally and recently with our topic that we'll explain it later. From the opposition group, headed by Alexia Papa, Azenli Parone, Emulkay Manik, Lawrence Lopez, and Janlene Patricio. From the opposition group, headed by Ashley Logdan, Maricel Martinez, Eli Mabunga, Michael Zuleta, and they have still one member but hasn't come yet, Tisha Carino. Alright, and I also want to introduce our panel for today. Madam Emily Papasin, our master teacher here in Happy Valley. Of course, our videographer, Madam Iris Solares, also our ICT coordinator, and our very own head teacher, Madam Leticia Pita. Welcome to this class debate. As you can see in the board, here is our topic, parents going abroad. For more specifically, should parents leave their children just to go abroad and find work there? So it's up to these two groups to enlighten us or to convince us what side will we choose. Or at least they could give us their reasons for choosing their side. I would like to remind everyone that this group were chosen or put together by Drolats. Though this activities is entirely new to them, they have 2 weeks preparation this last vacation. So let's see how this debate pans out. Right? For the participants, you will be given a maximum of 120 seconds or 2 minutes. Okay? So when you hear the bell, let us hear the bell from our timekeeper. That's it. Okay? That means you have exceeded your time limit. You go back to your seat. All right. You can also speak in Tagalog or in Filipino if you like. It is not forbidden to speak in Tagalog. Okay. And for our listeners, the whole class, please participate and be quiet. Okay, let's begin. Because this group is complete, so let's start here. So what can you say about our topic for today, Alexia?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexia Di Papa. Me and my group believe that parents going abroad for work and thereby leaving their children causes more harm and damage than the benefits they may bring. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me out. Cons of working as an OFW. First, homesickness and loneliness. Indisputably, even only for a thought of not seeing your family for a very long time can put you in a very depressing situation. How much more if it is already a reality? It's not an easy decision to work abroad, leaving your loved ones behind, because you will never know what will be its effect to you and to your family. In reality, specifically to couples whose partner is far away from them, and do not take such conditions positively, working abroad usually results to shocking relationships or even worse. Relationships are destroyed, and if they have kids, they are usually the ones who suffer the unpleasant outcome. So, it's up to you to decide which is better. You take your family with you abroad, or you return to your own country and be reunited with your partner or family. But while you are apart from them, take time to spend with them no matter how busy you are through constant communication. Another thing is that when you're in foreign land, you are obviously alone. You may or may not like the place where you will stay, maybe because the environment, conditions, or as the saying goes, a place is only as good as the people you know in it.
All right, thank you, Alexia. So she said that parents going abroad and living here there, children causes more harm than good. Any reaction to that, Ashley?
Good morning, everyone. Especially to our head teacher, Madam Leticia M. Pita, and to our master teacher, Madam Milin Papasin, and to our videographer, Madam Irish Sulamas. And especially to my teacher, Sir Sarkar P. Marsica. Parents have our best interest in mind. So if they choose to work abroad, I totally support them. Also, I want to enumerate some other reasons of supporting them. First, good standard of living. People who work in abroad live with high standard and their lifestyle changes to greater extent. Life in other countries is altogether different than the home country. If we move from one place to another, we experience difference in all the things, be it culture, style of living, food habits, language, atmosphere, ambience, likes, dislikes, and many other things that at times remain unnoticed. Second, experience different cultures. The people who choose to work abroad experience different religious as well as working cultures. They get to learn a lot about more than one culture. It enhances their knowledge and also makes them aware of their surroundings and the whole world. Third, travel whole world. Working abroad also helps a person to travel. One gets to see whole world along with doing work. It can also act as refreshment from work for a few days and can make a person more excited moving to another country for work. This is the first reason, and this is the first three reasons, and I will add 3 more reasons later. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ashley. She said that parents working abroad has high standards of living, and they got to see the whole world, travel, and experience many culture. What can you say about that, opposition group, Azali?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ashley Esparoni. No children should be left behind when parents decide to work to another country. These are my arguments. Among the negative effects it was interesting to note that the absence of one parent usually causes the deterioration of the child relationship with the parents live at home. The percentage of children whose fathers are abroad and who do not enjoy very good relationship with the mothers in greater than in the other cases. The same effect is even more noticeable in the case of children living with their fathers. Family is the main source support of children when they are faced with a problem, especially a school problem. In the case of children whose parents are abroad, the, the percentage of children who state that they do not turn to anyone for support is significantly greater than in any other case. The other negative effects are psychological. The data confirm the existence of a strong association between the parents' absence of the frequency of depression in children. It is good, on the other hand, that no correlations has been found between the parents' absence and the worsening of the children's health state. Also, the consumption of substances forbidden to minors, tobacco, alcohol is slightly.
Okay. Thank you, Hassan Lee. He said that when parents leave for work, specifically to abroad, it causes family deterioration. That is a serious statement. What can you say about that, Maricel?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marcel S. Martinez. I believe that there's great benefit when parents decided to go abroad. Let me enumerate them. First, higher income and better employment benefits. The primary reason why we're willing to go abroad for work in spite of all the odds is that working abroad can be financially rewarding. What you will earn in a year in the Philippines can only be earned in a few months working overseas. Second, travel and experience abroad. Working overseas will provide you great opportunity to discover new places, meet fresh and foreign faces, and learn their culture, traditions, and ways of life. With the professionalism from the workplace, you can enrich your expertise. Third, global career and profession marketability. An overseas work experience will always have its advantages than locally employed. Having an overseas work experience can give you a unique understanding and will prepare you to develop the sets of skills required in a global perspective. This is the first three reasons, and I will add two more reasons later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Marcel. He said that working abroad pays higher income. What can you earn here in the Philippines could be earned in abroad with a couple of months. Working here in the Philippines for a whole year is just equivalent of working abroad with 2 months. So what can you say about that, Manny?
Morning everyone, I'm MLJ Armanic and I won't allow my parents to work abroad for the following reason. In a story in February issues of Awake magazine published by Watchtower and Track Society in 98 languages, a woman left her 3 daughters to work Europe. Her husband followed after 4 years. The youngest sister acted as their eldest sister, listen to her problem and fears and teaching her household chores. The whole family has been reunited, is now living in Europe. The article quoted the eldest child as saying, "We did not suffer when we a poor family. We never went hungry, but my sister and I suffer when we were left behind. Our family was been reunited for nearly 5 years now. But the years of separation have left their mark. We know that our parents love us, but we wish they had made a different decision." The article issues a reminder that our greatest needs were for things that hour could not buy love, emotional security, and family unite. How said, when desire for money takes precedence for over love for family, particular the children. Many OFW parents think material things can compensate for their absence, but when asked, the children would probably say, "We wish you never left us to work abroad."
Okay, thank you, Manny. He said that they were poor, but they were never hungry. So that's a good statement. So what do you say about that, Nelly?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ala Junior Almabungan, and just like my group, I support parents should they want to go in abroad. Here's why. The main positive effects have to do with the welfare of the children whose parents are working abroad. In most cases, the parent migration translates into an increase of the children used mostly to improve the habitation condition and to purchase goods with long-term usage. One of the obvious reflection of this fact is the number of children who own a cell phone, which is larger for children whose parents are working abroad. Cell phones seem to have become a basic need for children. On the national level, 75% of all junior high school students own their own cell phones. Also, computers and games consoles are more frequent in the home with migrant parents than in others. Other personal goods specific to this age group, bicycles, MP3 players, rollerblades, are more likely to be owned by children whose parents are working abroad. Besides the material advantage, migrants' children, especially the ones whose both parents are abroad, tend to experience traveling abroad in a larger percentage than other children. 34% of children both parents are abroad have traveled abroad as opposed to only 14% of the non-migrant children. 20% of the children whose both parents are abroad spent their 2006 summer holiday abroad with their parents. Thank you.
Okay. Better will fair, and you can get more things. Okay, compared to parents working here locally. Lawrence, what is your reaction?
Good morning, everyone. Ako nga pala si Mark Lawrence P. Lopez. For me, it's not okay for parents to go abroad and leave their children. And here's my other reason. According to the Ministry of Labor in 2012, about 59,724 families, in which the 83,658 children have at least one member who went to work abroad, and 23,924 children and 16,550 families have left home without any of the parents. The desire to make parents to return home leads children to attempted suicide. But usually, those are extreme cases. Belonging to parents is manifest by depression, loneliness, feelings of helplessness, and lack of affection. Recharging the impact on health, young school children, and adolescents experiencing physical separation. Children are fed incorrectly, being tormented by stomach disease, cure migraine, weight, or even diabetes. In addition, they are likely to get sick and virus disease, and they to go to the doctor just in case of emergency. At the social level, the impact of migration is reflected
in the risk.
Okay, thank you. So you have your data to support your statement. He said that separation from parents causes some stomach ache, loneliness, okay, disturbance. Okay, what can you say about that, Michael?
Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Michael D. Solet. Parents go abroad for nothing. Here's my reason why I support them. Economic benefits. Economic benefits of migration to families, communities, and the state are undeniably true. According to Reyes, OFWs sent home $12.3 billion or about 615 billion pesos in the first 9 months of 2008. A 17.1 increase despite the global slowdown that economists warned made by the local economy in 2009. Remittances, a contributor of the Philippine economy to reach $1.3 billion or more than 65 billion pesos in September alone, 16.9 in higher than in 2007. Nearly 10% of the country's 90 million people work overseas. With the money they send equivalent 10% of the country's gross domestic product. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michael. So, economic benefits, remittances, okay. Janine, what is your reaction?
Good up, Good morning to all of you. My name is Janine Kate R. Patricio. Speak to personal experience. My mother worked to abroad. It's so very sad. It's so sad because this Christmas my mother not available to be when used. Thank you.
Okay. So, speaking from personal experience, okay, just like today, her mother is not present. Her mother is working abroad, okay, and she said she feels sad. Okay. So, any more arguments or any more statement you would like to share us? Yes.
First, earning in foreign currency. One gets to earn a lot, thus building a strong bank balance. A person, if moves from India to America, will earn in dollars, and as the value of their currency is more, a person will earn more, thus will hope in near future. Second, learning teamwork. It is sure that the people in abroad is the best quality of working in a team. A person learns how to work in team and also gets to know the criteria and methods by which they work. One gets to learn a lot by visualizing as well as working among them in an office. More chances of promotion. A person with international experience has more chances of promotion and success. A person gets success and promoted in early stage just due to the stamp of an international experience in a particular field. It helps you to develop at faster rate and helps further your career and quicker rate. Improves communication skills. A person is able to improve his communicative skills as he or she come across language barriers and many cultural differences. By dealing with all such barriers, one learns the skill of communicating with people of the different cultures and languages.
Thank you, Ashley. Um, Strong bank account. That's a good argument. And higher chance of promotion. Any more words from this group? Yes, Alexia?
Second, culture shock. More often, this happens when you are new in a place. The place and environment may seem to be mysterious and hard to cope up. Just don't get nervous, for it's normal and for whatever will happen. You get used to it in due time. Be positive. Make friends. Familiarize yourself, and once you get used to it, you will have different perspective of your surroundings. Third, spending hard-earned money recklessly. Now that you're receiving more than what you earned before, are you spending it wise? One of the typical Filipino behavior is that we tend to spend and buy what we like when we receive our hard-earned money and save what is left. Why not do it around? Save first, then spend what is left. If you are already earning and have set aside some extra cash, you may consider investing your money to any of these business ideas for OFWs. Another reality check for OFW is that you must be cautious when you're sending huge remittances to your family and relatives at home, because there are one of your relatives who will take advantage of this. They think that just because you work abroad, you are well off, which is usually more often.
Okay, thank you, Alexia. When you earn more, you tend to spend recklessly. So that's why she doesn't agree. Any more statement from you? Yes, Marcel?
Fourth, independence and better lifestyle. When you're far away from your home, you do not have a choice but to live on your own. Being away from your families and friends, you surely will have no one to depend on but yourself. However, to live and survive overseas has its advantage, for it will greatly polish your independence. Another thing about working and living overseas is that you usually decide to settle in or for the countries where the economy and security are far better than your native land. Fifth, prestige and recognition. Working overseas may lead you to recognition because people around will see you as a successful person having a good economic life. Thus, they do not know the real story behind. Nevertheless, such scenario will give you the excitement and can boost your self-esteem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So working abroad will strengthen your independence, polish your independence according to your words. That's good. Any more sentence from you? Okay. Funny?
Our children will experience childhood only once. This is the time when they really need the guidance of parents. We should not waste opportunity. When you come home, the children you left behind have probably grown up and are too visit to have the time to be with you. Thank you.
That's good also. So we experience only once our childhood. And when our parents go abroad, there is no one, okay, except our, of course, relatives, who will guide us. Okay, but according to him, care of parents is much more needed than even close relatives. Any more sentence from you? Yes, Michael?
Reyes said that in terms of investment in educational, the money brought in by migrant parents increased the level of educational attainments among their children, opening up more opportunities for their future. Remittances do help improve the quality of life of the migrant and their families, she said. A huge percentage of the parents go to tuition fees of their children, allowing to enroll in private school offering good quality of education. The professor noted that the other studies say remittances can benefit the child that in terms of allowing access not only to leisure and recreation but also cultural activities and a contributing higher achievement in school. Thank you.
Okay, that's good also. Higher education attainment. Of course, when your parents work abroad, you have more money to support your educational needs. Okay, any more sentence? Okay. Lawrence?
Reflect in the risk of these children to be abused emotionally, physically, and sexually, and to be exploited by war. Children become aggressive, not only verbal, but also physical, become very violent. Such children are not able to create some friendship with peers. In addition, many children are parents are working abroad, have a deviant behavior, and begin to smoke, take drugs, steal, to drop out of school, running away, and all this in order to bring parents back, such as children and up not respect to values obtained at school, seeing their parents, people with a university degree, get to earn a living from picking strawberries. Most times, the education of children from such families is attributable of teacher or grandparents, but as the number of migrants in increasing training, these children becomes an increasingly heavy burden on teachers, recharging and elderly in the care of children who are migrants. Their impact of reflection by physical and mental social. Thank you.
Okay, so when there are no parents around, they are more prone to abuses and they are more prone to bad activities. Okay? Any more? No more? Alright, do you have any questions you want to raise for this group? And from you, do you have any questions to be asked to our group? Any questions? Yes, Michael? Okay, be prepared to answer.
If your parents no work and your mother like going abroad, what will you do?
Okay. What will you do? If your parents have no work here and they decided to go abroad, so what will you do? Anyone wants to answer? Anybody from your group? Okay, pass. Any other question? Yes?
Paano kung walang-wala na talaga kayong pera at pagkain at gusto nang mag-abroad ng mama mo? Ano ang gagawin mo?
Okay, just the same question. Any answer? Anybody?
Thank you sa tanong mo, Ashley May. Paano makaka-abroad kung wala namang pera?
Okay. Hindi nga makakabulot. Wala akong pera. Okay.
E di pumangutang muna sa kapitbahay o kaya sa kamag-anak.
Okay, pwede. Saka ng bayaran. Any more question? From the opposite group, do you have any question to be asked them?
Saan pupunta ang magulang mo kung inabuso sa ibang bansa at walang trabaho nakuha doon?
Okay. Okay. Ready answer? Yes, Linda?
Magkasakit ang nanay mo at matapang ang amo nito.
First question is that. First group. For this group, okay? Listen carefully.
Kung magkasakit ang nanay mo at matapang ang amo nito at hindi siya pauwiin, anong gagawin mo?
Any answer? Okay, Michael?
Tatakas na lamang.
Natakas na. Any other answer?
Talagang buwis buhay.
Yes, buhay to. Alright, so any more question? More questions? You still have your question? No more? No more? Okay, it seems that nobody wants to raise questions anymore. So, any last word from the proposition group about our topic, parent going abroad to work?
Again, good morning everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that working abroad is a surefire way to improve lower of many Filipinos, both financially and socially. So why not grab that opportunity to proper? Let us not stand in the way of property and let's support our parents in whatever they do, even if it in working abroad. Thank you very much and good day to all of you.
Okay, thank you. Any last word from this group? Yes, Ashna.
So, materials, precious possession cannot be substituted for this. And if I ask everyone in this room between job and family, what would you choose? You will be completely unreasonable if you choose job over family. I hope somehow we enlighten you in their issues. Once again, thank you very much and have a good day.
Okay, that's very good. Okay. Both of you have given your arguments really, really well, right? Let us solicit some comments from our observers, from our panel. Madam Emily, Papasin, could you give us some insights or reactions, comments?
So, from the disagree group, they have their own reason why they did not left their parents or mother or our parents in going abroad. And in the agri group, they believe they have their points, the advantages of going abroad. But for me, it's up to their parents if they can lend their children to their grandparents or to the person whom they can They can lend their children to the person they can,
You can trust, okay?
oh yes, they can trust.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Papasin. Why are we so quiet? Okay. So before we hear from our head teacher, let us hear from our videographer, Madam Irish.
Okay, both parties have their points and you have a very good at saka ang ganda ng mga point of view ninyo. Very good research, nag-research talaga kayo about the topic. Ang gagaling ninyong magsalita, lalo na si Alexia at saka si Ashley, parang totoong-totoo, So, you express your ideas very clearly. Congratulations to all of you.
Okay, thank you very much. And of course, last but certainly not the least, let us hear from our head teacher, Madam Tita.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning po!
I salute you. You have an amazing. I am very amazed to your performance. Why? Because as I said today, despite of your young age, you acted like an adult, to deliver your ideas. Although I thought that your ideas came from internet or other sources, but you have to deliver it perfectly, and with that, this group of pupils, although they belong to heterogeneous learners, they can perform their task according to their ideas and delivered it to the crowd. And I think with the silence of with their classmates, they were also amazed and they also salute with you, children. Continue your effort for being that a very good performers. May mararating kayo sa lingkuan. Pero it is according to your facilitator or your teacher. Pag ganyan kagaling ang inyong teacher, talagang gagaling din ang mga eskwela. Okay.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for those very encouraging words. Yeah, so natin naman, our head teacher salute you. She was amazed by your performance, and thank you very much. So for conclusion, let's go back here. Parents going to work abroad, so they have their own advantage and disadvantage. So it's up to them, as our master teacher said. It's up to them if they want to go abroad. Of course, your points, there are higher income, higher benefits, higher academic achievements. In this group, deterioration, loneliness, and there are many challenges faced by those left behind. Okay? But do not be misled into thinking that going abroad is the only way to change your academic situation, of course. So if you work here locally and you put your heart of expertise in that area, you will also be successful not only in abroad. And of course, even if you are here in the Philippines or locally, you don't work abroad, and yet you don't put your heart into your work, you don't work really hard, you will not change your situation. So both arguments have their points. So it's really up to our parents, and of course, it is your personal preferences, or according to your personal situation. We have different situations, and we have different reasons why we stay here and why we go abroad. So that ends our debate. Thank you very much. I would like to acknowledge our presence here. Of course, first our participants, thank you for your active participations, and thank you listeners for your cooperation. Thank you for our observers. Thank you for your comments, for your inputs. Okay, they were very meaningful, and we will treasure them. Of course, a special thanks to our videographer for covering this debate, and of course for printing